Is a neck knife right for you? Well, it depends on the knife. That's what I'm going to talk about today. If you're a bicyclist and you want to carry a knife for whatever reason, something like this, I think discontinued now, but they have similar knives to it. This push knife, the Cold Steel Urban Pail, at a little over, less than 2 ounces, I believe, this knife would work for you. But the problem with the Urban Pail is the little so-called Secure-X sheath. I don't trust it. I lost one of these knives when I was carrying groceries, and the bag was around my neck, and the bag pushed up against the handle and pulled it. This one's pretty tight. Pulled it right out of the sheath, and I went back to find the knife, and it was somebody had taken it. But when I go bicycling, if I want to bring a knife, let's say I see something I want to cut out in the country, I'll often take this little Urban Pail. Let's weigh it real quick. This is my drug dealer's scale. I found this on the side of a freeway exit, and I was walking by the exit, and I said, "Hey, well, look at that! Look at that little scale." And so I took it home. It worked. And my sister said, "Was there any white powder on it?" I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Drug dealers get rid of their paraphernalia, and they evidently came off the freeway, and at the top of the off-ramp, they threw the scale out." And I said, "Well, there was some white on it, and I sniffed it to see what it smelled like, but it disappeared." She didn't get my dry humor. But anyway, 1.2 ounces, 1.28 ounces. Oh. So something like this around the neck when you're out bicycling under your t-shirt or biking shirt makes sense. It never has bothered me. This knife's called a Stiff Kiss. This is 1.6 ounces. It's about 3 ounces with a super flat sheath. A knife like this makes sense if you're looking for a neck knife that can do it all. When I bought it, I hated it. It's called the Ed Halligan Military and Police Stiff Kiss. The skeleton handle was cold in the winter, and it was real hard to get a grip on. It was real uncomfortable. So I dipped it 8 times in Plastidip and turned it into a knife. Now it has a good solid handle. I've used it for years, and you can hardly tell a few stains on it. But it takes and holds a fairly good edge. As a defensive blade under a t-shirt in the summer, if you feel the need to carry a knife for defense, as long as the knife is light, around 3 ounces, and is flat like this, you won't mind it. Here, if you're a hunter, this is a cool one. This is a Felkneven WM1. It's actually designed for small game. It's a little knife, but this would be a great backup for an F1 on your belt for bushcrafting. I don't use it very often. I use it to skin a deer. Work great with its little 3-inch blade. But again, it's fairly lightweight. Let's turn on the scale real quick. See what it comes in at with the sheath. Ounces. Put it on my drug dealer's scale, 3.6 ounces. So, not bad. It's under a 1/4 pound. And it's fairly flat, not as flat as the Stiff Kiss. Compare the two of them. Stiff Kiss is flatter. And flatness counts when you wear it in the summertime under a t-shirt. A lot of guys who are into bushcraft will use something like this. This is show it to you up close, a Martini 571. I've used this a lot, but mainly as a carving knife. This knife is extremely lightweight. Let's weigh it. Comes in at 2.2 ounces. And then the sheath, I put some rubber on the bottom of the sheath to quiet it. Even with the sheath, it's 2.9 ounces. So it's very lightweight. People complain about this sheath. They say this is too flimsy. It'll break within a couple of years of heavy use, daily use. But if you put a lanyard through there, or you put paracord into this and hang it around your neck, you have a couple ounces around the neck, and it would make a great bushcrafting knife. Worn as a neck knife. Better, I use it as a pack knife, but it would be better around the neck than on the belt because this is kind of flimsy. And around the neck would be fine. Okay, let's take us back to this big Pukalski Casper Companion. They don't make these anymore, but that's okay. I'm talking about a heavy knife. Folks, I had a disaster. My brand new battery died and my 32 gig camera card filled up both at the same time. As I was showing you the Casper Pukalski Companion from Columbia River Knife and Tool, and saying how it's a heavy knife in the 8-ounce range, 7-8 ounce range. So you wouldn't want that around your neck. But if you had a sweater on, you could put this strap like a paracord strap over around your neck and under your left or right arm and use it as a shoulder holster knife. That would be great in the winter, and that's what I do, and it's fabulous. Well, this knife I've done, this Milwaukee Tradesman, I've done a video on it, is about the same size and same weight as the knife I was showing you when I had the problems. If you were to take something like this, and here's its little sheath. Okay, if you were to hook this up to a strap, and you can carry it on your side as a side harness, in a side harness, it would do the trick. You would be able to carry this comfortably, in spite of its weight and size. This kind of a knife, a big, so that's the reason I was showing you the Pukalski Casper knife. I was just talking about larger knives like this. They're not comfortable to wear as neck knives, but on your side, flat against your side, they are comfortable. And as long as you have a little padding around your neck like a hoodie, and then your coat over that. If you unbutton your coat, you can pull one of these out in less than 2 seconds as a side holster knife. And so it might not be a great neck knife, but again, it can go around your neck and under an arm, and then you can comfortably carry these big knives. But I think a lot of people with heavy knives have tried them as neck knives, and then they think all neck knives are bad. But if you keep the weight down, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, then a knife around the neck is easy to wear. Usually you don't even pay attention to it. Now, I'd like everybody to head over to Vinnie's Day Off. I told Vinnie I'd give him a shout out, one of my favorite channels. He's the only guy I know who can take a pen knife, he could take a pen blade like my little case and build a 3-story house. So you're going to have to check out Vinnie's Day Off. I'll put a link at the bottom in the description. So take it easy, have a good week, and great rest of the weekend, and I'll try to get this posted tonight.